Hey guys, it's really nice to see you all. Thank you for everybody who has stayed tuned. Thank you to the regulars who check in every once in a while. I really appreciate everyone who's been patient with me and stayed tuned. I know it's been about probably 10 months since my last episode. A lot has changed. If you have seen, the background is different. I moved. I've been editing a feature documentary. So that was cool. I did AIDS Life Cycle for the 3rd year, and unfortunately it is the last year of the 7-day ride. There's going to be an alternative next year that's shorter, but let me show you guys some pictures from that experience. It is just a week of queer joy, and it is just there's nothing else like it. Like, it's indescribable. Like, you just have to be on it. Whether you're a cyclist or you're somebody on the media team, like I was the assistant editor, it's just like, there's no words. You just have to do it, and then you'll understand. Like, otherwise, it's just impossible to try and describe the experience. But so much love, so much joy, and so much editing and driving, for us at least. Cyclists, so much biking. So as you guys could tell by the title, a lot has happened in the months that I was gone. I had a beautiful 8-month relationship with my first partner ever, and it was pretty much like all the things that I had talked about in previous episodes of like wanting somebody to go on fun adventures with and eat good food with, and like writing each other poems and just being like super mushy-gushy. Like, I feel like I found somebody who was like equally as romantic as me, which was amazing. Basically, I don't want to like put too much personal stuff out there, like for his privacy too, as well as my own. I may be an internet personality, but I like to have my private life too. And that's like another thing, like on upholding this channel and everything, is like I feel like I have like the influencer like personality, but I have no desire nor drive to be an influencer. Or be on the internet every single day and post every single day. I'm actually trying to have like a more distant relationship with the internet, but at the same time keep you guys updated, tell stories, make people laugh, make people smile. So it's just like finding a balance of that. So sometimes it's like posting hella fucking episodes, you know, for months, and then just not hearing from me for like a year, and then I'm back, and you know, y'all will never get rid of me. So I know the haters hate to see it, But anyway, we had a lot of differences at the end, and it was nice that it didn't end because of my asexuality, which has like ended previous things with other people. I've like dated other people, but I never had like a full-on relationship. And so it was cool to have that experience and have somebody like love me just the way I am and accept me just the way I am and be open to learning everything. Just finding somebody who puts in the work to understand you and listen to you and your life experience is so important. So I just want to tell you guys to never settle. Anyways, I just wanted to say, I wanted to bring that up because I know that like I spent so many episodes being like, you know, like the book, like give a mouse a cookie. It's like, give a bitch a chance. Like, and so it's so cool because I look back at those episodes where I was just like, oh my god, like I want this so badly, and then it happened for me. And I feel like every single day I woke up and I was like, wow, this is so fucking cool. Like, the novelty of this is like never gonna wear off. Like, it was so exciting, you know. Also, my friend got me this cup that's very matches the aesthetic of the Tracy project, so I love it a lot. Shout out Gigi. What was I saying? I shouldn't have lost my train of thought. I shouldn't have hopped on another train. Oh yeah, now I remember. I was just saying it was really cool to have somebody put in so much time and effort to just understand you and listen to you and make you feel appreciated. And he watched all the Tracy videos on the channel, he listened to all the Ace of Hearts episodes, like all this stuff without being asked even. So everyone out there, if they wanted to, they would. Just saying, the bar is in hell, obviously, but for my memers out there, it was really cool to have that experience and feel appreciated just the way I am. And then in having that freedom to just be myself, I also found myself able to explore more parts of me and learn more about myself in having that first relationship. And so I definitely identify now much more as demisexual. when I came onto this podcast, I was sex repulsed ace and kind of like, oh, I don't know. And I was really set in like, this is the way things are. But I think it's really important to like know that your journey can change and that your labels can change. That doesn't make you any less valid. I see a lot of like Facebook post groups in the ace groups where people are like, oh, you know, I used this label for a while, but now I don't feel like asexual fits me anymore. I feel more like allosexual. Or people that are demisexual and gray sexual being like, nope, you know what, I'm sex repulsed. So I feel like asexuality is so fluid that you have to give room for yourself to grow in whatever way that you're gonna be. I'm not saying that somebody can't get their label right on the very first try and just stick with that for the rest of their life. You know, some few lucky people do. But I think it's really important to note that our labels can change as we learn more about ourselves and as we grow and as we have new experiences. And this is in no way meant to be taken as, you know, try stuff you don't want to try. Like, you know yourself best and you know your mind best and what you want and you don't want. I'm just saying that me personally, I kind of made the mistake of like settling on like, I have had such a long journey. I mean, for you, those of you guys who watched my vlog where I talked about like my journey with asexuality, had such this long journey, spent so many years confused, and then finally, like after climbing this mountain, like arrived at like, oh wow, there's nothing wrong with me, I'm just asexual, and like landed up there. And then there was this new experience in front of me, having a partner for the first time ever and having feelings for someone after a couple of months, you know, which for demisexuality, there's no time frame. For me personally, it was a couple of months, but for other people, it could be longer, it could be years even, of having sexual attraction after a really strong emotional bond is formed and feeling like you can trust that person and feeling like, you know, you just love them with your whole heart. And I literally can't remember where that train of thought was going. I'm gonna be so real with you guys, I have COVID right now. Hence the electrolytes, but get your boosters. I'm just saying, there's a huge difference between, you know, not being boosted, you'd be like in your bed, fever, body ache, all that stuff. Being boosted, I'm here recording this podcast. I just have COVID and I have brain fog and drinking electrolytes. I probably already said that like 10 seconds ago, but I can't think right now and I'm a runny nose, but for the most part, I feel good. Anyways, just that your labels can change and that you should never make yourself do anything you don't want to do. But I just want to say, in my personal experience, not speaking for anyone else, when I was with someone for a long period of time, or the longest period of time, at least for me, and felt completely safe and comfortable around them, that's when I started to like notice changes. Because if you remember in earlier episodes, I had like put that on the dating apps because it seemed like a, you know, like a more of a buffer than like straight up being like, I'm asexual. But it was a really cool experience to just like be myself, have somebody accept me that way, learn about it, and then in being with them, learn more about myself, go through kind of this change, realize that I'm demisexual, and have them still, you know, accept me. I think it's really rare to see people put in so much work, especially to something that might be foreign to them, you know, because for a lot of allosexual people, you know, they might never have heard of asexuality, and that was the case with this person. Luckily, with podcasts like this, with more media and things out there, like people have at least like heard of it and have like a rough idea, versus like they have no idea what that word means or anything, or like, you know, like now it's like people know the flag, people know different ace characters, they know, you know, like we're starting to get somewhere. So on that note, Tracy, the short film, hoping to educate people, I've spent these past 2 years trying to find like alternate ways of fundraising, trying to go like, okay, you know, we can make it to the 15,000, like if we can just do that, and then we can shoot this and we can do it exactly the way I want it. And I sat down and I thought for a really long time, and I'm like, you know what, we may just have to cut it down in order to do this. I'm like, I think I'm faced with a decision here. So I kind of was at a crossroads of like, all right, we have the money that you guys all raised and donated, and we have that just sitting there waiting to add to it, waiting to somehow, you know, find something or win something that's going to get us to the full amount of the 15,000 to shoot this film. And I was like, you know, it's been 2 years of trying to find, you know, an alternate route and enter like different grants and things, but I was like, we may just have to go for it. And so for me, I had to cut down my baby, the script. But it's okay, because I'm a director and editor foremost, and a screenwriter thirdmost, I'd say. But there's parts in Tracy that I think are the most important parts in the script and get the most important messages across. And so I think we're just gonna cut it down to that. And we can make it happen with the money that we've raised. It's not gonna be the way that I wanted, which is hard for me as a director, editor. It's very hard for me. But it's not gonna be exactly the way I wanted, but it's going to be something, and we're going to have something that's unique, a lot shorter than we thought. But it will put good out into the world, and I think that's what we need right now, more than just waiting around for some miracle to happen to get us to the full amount to shoot the full-length film. You know, if we could have some minor success with this very truncated version of the film, I think that could lead the way for the full version, or even a feature. Maybe somebody will be like, hey, you guys should make an indie coming-of-age movie about this. And we'll be like, yes, thank you. But it's been hard, because like that's kind of what I've been going back and forth on for so long, as I find these other avenues and try everything. I even tried buying like lotto tickets and stuff. I was like, if we could just win the lotto and then we could make Tracy with the full amount. No. But so that's the update. We're gonna go forward with that. I have my shortened version of the script, shot list, all the different things. We will be looking for extras, so if y'all are out there and you're in LA, shoot me a message, because we're gonna need you. But it's gonna be just like what I see in my head. It's just gonna be amazing, and I think that despite having to cut a bunch of scenes, the most vital scene with the most vital information and the best message is still going to be there, and that's what's important to me. When I really look at the whole script, and when I really look at Tracy's story and like who she is and what she wants to say, it's in this one scene, and so that's what I want to stay, and I believe that we can pull that off with the amount of money we raised, and if we have a really good team that wants to work pro bono. But yeah, I'm feeling really excited about it. I've got a really amazing producer. I've got a lot of friends in the film industry who want to help. I have got, you know, endless people supporting me. I've got all you guys always cheering me on, always being patient, always checking in, being like, hey, how are you? Just making sure you're still alive, because you never post anymore. But yeah, so we're in the works. I'm hoping that we can shoot later this year, schedules allowing. Like I said, I'm working on a feature documentary, feature film, feature-length documentary film, feature length, feature. Did I mention I'm working on a feature? My very first one. But anyways, all this exciting stuff has happened. I hope you guys feel just as excited as I am. Again, I know I'm not my usual really, really energetic self, because COVID just had to fuck shit up. But it's fun. We boosted. So thank you all again, you know, especially to the new people who are here, because I know new people probably come across the channel or the Instagram or anything, they probably come across it and they're like, they see like the last post is like 10 months ago, but they still go through, they like everything, they comment on everything. And so it means a lot to me that especially like a few regulars, you know who you are, who stick around and who check in. I can't believe that it's been 2 years since I like started this channel, the Instagram, all that, and this journey. And it was really ambitious of us to be like, all right, let's raise 15K. Because even when I crowdfunded for my thesis in college, I raised 6K. And even that was hard to raise, but I think that it's just about doing what you can with what you got. For all my Tremors people out there, that's a Burt Gummer quote. Doing what I can with what I got. Tremors poster. Tremors mention. W in the chat. But I just wanted to update you guys and say that things are moving again, and I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy to see y'all. Looking forward to reconnecting with a few of you, and still on my, you know, screen time, internet presence, taking it easy. Like I said, I easily have the personality of like an influencer, media figure, but I don't have the desire to be one. I think that I'm a filmmaker first and foremost, and the only way to really get the message out and spread stuff about my film is to put myself out there, put my face out there, my personality, and part of my life. So it's important to me that you guys have shared these past 2 years of my life with me. And, you know, it's like you've listened to me talk in episodes about like wanting a relationship so bad and all the things that we do together, and we'd write each other poems and eat food and watch things, and like from going to like wanting that and manifesting that to having that, to the aftermath of not having that and still going forward and continuing with love, and, you know, being shown that there still are really good people who are going to give you a chance and who are going to understand you and see how valuable you are and how beautiful your soul is. Like, that's something that I've always, you know, wanted really in the ace world, is for people to just kind of focus less on our physical presence and just kind of like what our souls are like, you know, because I think that's what a good number of us see people for. And that might be a foreign concept to some people, but, you know, to me it's just like, what else would it be? So I don't know if any of that like last paragraph made sense, but I just thank you guys for, you know, watching me grow and helping me grow and staying tuned and being friends with me and donating and supporting and sharing. And we keep getting our important messages out to the world of just what asexuality is and how you can support us, and just be compassionate and spread awareness, get educated, and just be happy. That's the goal. It's just everybody love themselves and be happy. It sounds simple enough, but it's not. So once again, thank you guys for listening, and thanks for being patient with me, and love you guys. Peace out.